Hello everybody, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Michael and today we're going to be preparing sesame chicken. So I've got all of my ingredients laid out here, so we'll go through those and let you know how we're going to prepare this dish tonight. So I have 2 chicken breasts that come out to be about 500 grams or just a little over a pound, and I've cut those up into little squares or all the same size. That way they'll all cook at the same rate, because what you don't want to do is have smaller pieces and bigger pieces and have it cooking at different times. So all the pieces are the same size so they'll cook evenly. And starting with my other ingredients here, I've got 3 eggs. I've got a spring onion that I've chopped up. I have a half a cup of ketchup, a 1/4 cup of honey. I've got a little over a tablespoon of minced garlic that I chopped. And I have a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, and I've got some seasoning here for the chicken that I've made up, and it is a combination of salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. And we've got sesame seeds here to go on that as well, and soy sauce. So, I'm sorry, this is sesame seed oil, not soy sauce. So let's get started. So we've got our chicken that we've cut up, and let's go ahead and put a little seasoning on that. Just going to sprinkle some over the top of it. All right. And then we're going to take our 3 eggs that we've got, and I want to whisk those together so those get mixed in together. And this is going to be our binding agent for our flour and cornstarch that's going to go over there that we're going to coat our chicken in. So we're going to apply the eggs into that. Alrighty. Now, once we have that mixed in there, I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to mix all that together to give that a good mix. And then I'm going to put on another glove because I don't want to mix any other ingredients in with that, and I'll be right back. All right, so in with my chicken and egg mixture, I'm going to measure out a half a cup of all-purpose flour. We're going to put that in. And then we're going to put in a half a cup of cornstarch. Now we're going to give that a good mix. We'll make sure that all the chicken pieces get a nice even coating on those. I think I'm going to put just a little bit more flour in that. I always tell by eyeballing it if it just doesn't look right. It looked just a little bit off. Alrighty. So now let's mix up our other ingredients. It's going to be the sauce for our chicken. So we'll start out with a 1/4 cup. Actually, it's a half a cup of our ketchup. I'm going to put that in this bowl. And we have a 1/4 cup of honey. And we'll put that in over the top of that. Make sure we get all of that out of there. That's the goodness of the sweetness of this. Then we're going to take our garlic, our minced garlic, we'll add that into the mixture. And then we'll take our brown sugar and add our brown sugar to it. Now I need to get 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. And then we're going to take a 1/4 cup of soy sauce that I have here. Mix that in. And then we want a 1/2 teaspoon of the sesame oil. You can put some more in this if you like, but this is where I'm going to start with it just to see where we're at, because it can get pretty strong. All right, now let's give this a good mix together. I'm actually going to bring my whisk in. Make sure that everything gets blended nicely. And now I'm going to turn on my oil and we'll be right back and I'll show you how to fry the chicken. All right, we have our oil that's come up to temperature now, so I'm going to test a piece of the chicken and see when I put it in how it looks. It is bubbling, so we've got a good temperature on that. We don't want to overcrowd the skillet, so I'm going to be putting these in slowly here. So it might take 2 or 3 batches to get everything fried. Remember, with chicken, you want the internal temperature to the chicken to be 165. Hello everyone, I am back. I did take time to go ahead and cook these off camera. So it took 3 batches to cook these, and each batch took about 6-7 minutes to cook. So we've got a nice brown consistency on those. I do have these on a wire rack so that they are not touching, the bottom of them is not touching anything, because you don't want them to sit on something flat to get soggy. So I'm going to let those sit there. And now I'm going to warm up our sauce. We put a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan. We put a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan. And if you're wondering what that skillet is, it is a cast iron skillet that has an enamel lining in it. It's enameled on the inside and out. All right, so I'm going to take our spring onion that we cut up earlier, and we're going to give that just a little bit of a toast up on that. Those look like those are coming along nicely. Give the wet ingredients one more whisk up again, just to make sure that everything is still incorporated. I'm going to saute this and thicken this up just a little bit, so we'll let this cook. And I will be speeding up the film on this, so we don't have to sit for the 5 or 6 minutes that it needs to thicken up. All right, that is a good consistency on that. So now I'm going to take my big bowl again, and we'll take our chicken, and we're going to put it all back in the bowl, and we will take our mixture, give it one last little stir, and we're going to pour that over the chicken. And give this a good mix, mix together, that everything gets coated. Alrighty, let's give this a try. The chicken's very tender. Sweetness of the brown sugar and the honey, and a little bit of the tartness of the vinegar. Excellent combination of this. Excellent recipe. I hope you'll give this recipe a try. Thank you, and please try my sesame chicken. Thanks.